Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Brielle Unscripted. I'm your host, Brielle, and today I'm feeling really good today. I've been productive all today since this morning, and also it is our 5th episode of the entire show, and that is pretty good. So yeah, let's get on with the episode. Okay, so we are back with a game that we played last week. It is called Am I the Donkey Game? It is basically Am I the A on Reddit. I read a bunch of stories on Reddit, and I just basically decide whether I think they are the donkey or not. You might have seen this before. It's really fun, I'm not gonna lie, that's why I brought it back. It's a super fun game. So if you want to play along and let me know what you think and whether you think I'm thinking right or not, let me know in the comments. Okay, so here's the first one. I do try to read as slow as I can so that everyone can understand what exactly is coming out of my mouth. So yeah, am I the donkey if I asked my husband to stop telling his mother about my family's events and get-togethers? I'm not the biggest fan of my mother-in-law. She is overbearing, controlling, and passive-aggressive. The past few family get-togethers on my side of the family, she has attended with no invitation. My husband tells her about said events and she'll show up. Of course, the family would never shut her out, but the last time she was there, not only did she not contribute anything, she also took a to-go plate for her and her other son, which is so rude and tacky to me. She made comments about how we do certain things, and I know it annoys some of my family, but they will not tell me directly out of respect. But they have told my mom, who told me. Huh? Okay, personally, I feel she is the type of person you simply cannot be around for a long time. I most definitely keep my distance. I don't want her invading my family anymore. I mentioned this to a friend, and she told me that my mother-in-law would be very hurt and offended. I'm honestly focused on peace, and I don't have that when she's around me. I don't know many married people, so I'm not sure if this is normal or not. The married couples I do know, their mother-in-laws and father-in-laws don't attend events of their spouses unless it is something really big. I don't want to hurt anyone, but I also don't want to be uncomfortable either. Okay, personal opinion, I get it. I actually get it, because I've noticed one thing I can say, not from experience, okay? I'm too young for this kind of experience, no. I would say from seeing other couples, one thing that they do tend to fight about is each other's, about the in-laws, okay? And so whenever it comes to in-laws, sometimes there is an in-law that someone of the couple may not like, and it can be a situation where it just kind of can be annoying for them coming. Also, if this person, I get it, because it's obviously your mother-in-law, you respect your husband's wishes, treat your mother like you treat your own. I feel like she's not the donkey in the situation, because first of all, she's overbearing, controlling, passive aggressive, but I feel like there's always someone like that in the family, but also to go play for her and her son, that's actually really funny. But I just feel like in this situation, she shouldn't I get it. I low-key just get it. But I feel like she will be offended for not being invited into these things, and usually I wouldn't know how to handle the situation. This is a hard situation, because if you think about it, this is her husband, her husband's mother, and she comes to see her husband. But I think instead of not telling his mother to stop coming, I just think that you should just talk up to her up front, because I feel like that's just weird not to stop inviting someone to these events. It gets to a point where it can be hurtful to that person that's not being invited. And so I just feel like instead of telling your husband to stop telling your mother about the events, I feel like she should just have a conversation with your mother, because obviously the biggest foundation of a relationship is communication. My personal opinion, yeah. Okay, so here is the second one. Am I the donkey for dropping out of my friend's wedding the day before? Okay, my best friend, 29 female, recently got married. I, 30 female, have been her bridesmaid for about a year now. partaking in bridesmaids' duties. Her and I have been close friends for several years. During our friendship, I moved to the other side of the country and am now a 6-hour flight away with a 3-hour time difference. Her wedding took place on a Saturday. On Thursday, my cat started acting strange, but I didn't think much of it. On Friday, I decided I had to take my cat to the vet. The vet said she had a kidney infection and it was serious and that my cat would need to be hospitalized. I was terrified that she would die. After going back and forth with myself and my fiance for hours, I made the truly difficult decision to call my friend on Friday and tell her I can't make it to the wedding. Ouch. When I told my friend, she said I should take care of my cat. I asked her if she was mad and she said, I don't know how to feel. I love my friend, but I needed to stay here to be with her. It's heart-wrenching to think about my cat needing me and me being too far away to come. I'm all she has. Of course, I felt incredibly guilty missing the wedding, and I still feel awful about the decision. I didn't make the decision lightly. On the morning of the wedding, I sent her a text saying I hope the wedding goes well, and I'm happy she's marrying her partner. She said, okay, thanks. Ouch. I haven't reached out because I wanted to give her a space and have her come to me. I don't think so, girl. That's not the way to go. Sorry, let me continue. Okay, 2 weeks have gone by and she texted me this morning, a little heated. She asked me how my cat was and I said she's okay. She was hospitalized for a few days and is now at home. She told me that she disagreed with my decision. I told her that I'm so sorry and felt awful about missing the wedding. I told her I love her and continuously apologize. She asked me if I regret my decision and I said no. She asked me why my fiance couldn't handle it and I told her that it's ultimately my cat and I want to be nearby if anything were to take a turn for the worse. One of the other bridesmaids texted me the morning of the wedding, 8 a.m., asking if I could take a later flight and miss the wedding, but come to the reception, which started at 6 p.m. I said it was too late. Again, I'm 6 hours away with a 3-hour time change. I don't know if there was a direct flight that would have gotten me in on time. My friend told me that people volunteered to her. They would not... What? My friend told me that people volunteered to her. They would not have made the same decision as me. That doesn't make sense. Okay. And that what I did was messed up. I didn't know my cat would be okay until Saturday, 11 a.m. At that point, it was too late. Again, I could not leave my cat if she needed me. I would never expect anyone in my life to abandon their animal. So I was surprised when she said she wouldn't have made the same decision as me, that she would have left her dog to be at my wedding if the roles were reversed. So Reddit, am I the donkey? Okay, I'm in the middle. Okay, here's why I'm in the middle. This is why I think you're the donkey. I'll speak both sides. Okay, for why I think you're the donkey is that how I get it that this is like this situation came out of nowhere and like this is your cat and it came out of nowhere. But with it being the fact that you planned this wedding with this girl for the past year and you're her bridesmaid, that is low-key the most painful thing ever, especially being your best friend and you can't go to her wedding because of your pet. Okay, but now here's why I don't think you're also the donkey. I don't think you're the donkey because your friend did say it's okay, I get it, be with your cat, but it doesn't make sense for her to be mad afterwards because she told you it was okay. But obviously it's just her being nice because like you're in a stressful situation. But I don't know how I feel about this because I'm like if I was the person getting married, I would have been so mad. Like I get this person's situation. I would have been really mad if someone told me that they were coming to my wedding anymore because the cat was sick. That would have made me mad. That would have thrown me off many things. But I feel like she like I don't know how to handle this. Like this is like confusing me. I feel like this is just like a really tough situation to put on whether she is or she isn't. I'm just in the middle. I'm saying she is and she isn't the donkey. If you agree with me somewhere there and over there, let me know. Okay, here is the last one. Am I the donkey for excluding my spouse from a dinner my mom wants to take me and my siblings on? Alright guys, never thought I'd find myself here, but honestly feeling like the donkey either way. I play this and could use a hand getting other people's perspectives. My 40-year-old mom, my 40-year female mom, planned and paid for a family vacation for her and me and my 2 siblings and our families. We are going to a town we used to vacation in when we were kids. She wants us to go to a specific restaurant we used to go to, just her and me, my siblings, and leave the spouses home with the kids. It's not a fancy restaurant, but she isn't confident the kids can behave up to her standards. And I'm not either. I told her I thought the spouses would be fine with it. But when I told my husband, he was excited to go out to eat all together, and then noticeably let down when I said she wanted him to stay home with the kids. We've been married since we were 21. There's a whole history of mom not accepting any of her kids' partners as her own, and in our opinions, excluding them. Her in-laws treated her as a bit of an outcast, which she disliked and resented them for. It's fine, I guess, but always seems to have hurt my husband's feelings since he lost his parents as a teen. Ouch. Aw. I know he is a big boy and would be fine to stay home with the kids, and I know my mom is lonely and really cherishes the memories of the old days, and I feel like I should just go and enjoy it. But now I'm thinking of 20 years of him being excluded and feeling sad and disloyal. Ooh, that's a hard one. Okay, I don't think you are the donkey. Here's why. Because if you think about it, she really didn't do anything wrong at all. Like, this is a moment to go back into the memories between her and her siblings, the feeling that they had before kids came along, husbands and families came along and stuff. And I'm like, I get that. Like, you want to re-go back into memories, you know what I mean? And that's a fine thing. So I feel like it isn't wrong for excluding your spouse, because obviously this is a moment you wanted to have, just your family, not your spouses. I feel like your husband should understand that. But then the fact that she just said that he lost his parents when he was a teen, I'm like, ouch. You are being excluded from a family situation, meaning you can't be a part of that fun. But I'm like, who's also gonna stay home with the kids? The kids, I get. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that the husband lost his parents as a teen, I'm like, girl, you're not the donkey. Like, this is totally fine. Literally leave them all at home, because I get it. Sometimes kids can be little rascals. Sometimes won't have manners, and they just make a whole mess at a restaurant. I get that. That is something I also will do, in my opinion, because it's just kind of like, if you want to have like a chill time, a peaceful dinner, sometimes not having kids there can be nice. I won't lie. But now that I'm knowing that this husband wanted to be part of something that he didn't get to have when he was older, I'm like, okay, you kind of are now, but I don't think you are. I feel like your mom is, just a tiny bit. Your mom isn't at all, but for that specific detail, just a tiny bit. And yeah, so that is it. Let me know if you agree with me for that decision. And that is it for the rest of Am I the Donkey game. If you want this game back again, when I come back after next week, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Okay, so now it is time for me to rant about my week. Okay, so I always try to keep it short and sweet so you don't always have to hear me rant. But this week I did drive. It's been a while since I've actually driven. And if you didn't know, if you were here with me in my earlier episodes, I am learning how to drive. I am pretty young, if you didn't know. But I drove on the road. It wasn't bad at all. Like, I actually was impressed with myself. I didn't struggle at all. Sometimes the cars would freak me out, but so far I did pretty good. It wasn't a bad time, and it's been a while since I've driven. I haven't driven in like a couple weeks. I wouldn't say a couple weeks. I would say a few weeks. But yeah, that was basically that day. That was that particular day. And then This week I also got my hair done. I got my hair washed. I had a silk press earlier, but we washed it again, and then I had a hair appointment to get passion twist. I got it on Wednesday. How I feel about these passion twists, they aren't bad, they're just super bulky, and I don't think I'll do them again, but passion twists are super cute. I'm not gonna lie. Passion twists are really cute. If you can pull it off. Literally, but the thing is, my hair, I don't do individual, I do crochet this particular time. But my hair is so thick that it makes the braiding process so big. Makes my head kind of look big, not gonna lie. And so it makes it kind of an issue for me to have these passion twists on. It isn't bad, it just isn't my fave. That's all I'm gonna say. It isn't bad, it just isn't my fave. But that is it for that day. If you were here with me last week, I did finish The Coworker. It's a Frida McFadden book, if you know the author. Really good author, by the way. And so currently, right now, I've been recommended by some of my friends to read Powerless. It is such a good book. I haven't finished it yet because it's also a super long book, but it is so good. I mean, like I'm telling you right now, if you're someone who likes Divergent and The Hunger Games, I like the book because it isn't surrounded entirely by romance, but it's also surrounded entirely by like the games, you know what I mean? Because it's just a really good book, and it's like, it isn't, people would say fantasy. I think it is a bit of it's a couple fantasy because it also just like empowers and stuff. But it's just such a good book. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm actually impressed with the book. Like, I'm impressed of how obsessed I am with the book so far. It's a really good book. And I think if you're someone who likes reading and getting into books, I think you should read it too. It's called Powerless. I think it is by Lauren something. Yeah, I'm not good with my authors. Yeah, it's by Lauren something. You know her. If you read her, it's a good book. Go read it. As I said, I'm also a young person, and the school is coming back up. It has come to chase me again because the summer is a scam. I've been trying to get back on my grind, and that's why in the beginning of the episode, I said I felt pretty productive and pretty good. I've been up since 5 a.m. I've been feeling great. I did almost knock out once, but I've been trying to get back on my grind of like working out, waking up, doing devotional, just like being productive in the morning before I do other things that I want to do. And so far, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what it is, but when you come at 5 in the morning, you gain energy you never knew you had. I'm not gonna lie. I'm being genuinely serious. The things I did today would be things I would never do if I woke up at like 10 or 11. I did so much today that I literally shocked myself. I was so shook. But like, it isn't, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud. I'm trying to keep this grind going before school starts so that I still have it when school starts. And then I'm currently continuing The Resident. I recently finished watching Civilians Crossing, but I'm waiting for the third season to be added to Netflix. And so currently I'm finishing The Resident. I was on like season 3 when I stopped watching the show. And that's also because I kind of get bored of drama shows. It's just an awkward thing that happens. I have like 3 shows that I left a last season on, like Vampire Diaries. I left 1 season. So I also left Teen Wolf with 1 season, and The Originals with 1 season. And so I don't think I'm gonna finish those anytime soon. But I'm definitely gonna finish The Resident, hopefully, because I'm currently on season 4. I'm closer to season 5 right now, but we'll just see how it goes. If you don't know what The Resident is, it's basically like Grey's Anatomy, but less drama, which is why I like it so much. If you've ever seen Gilmore Girls, you might recognize Logan from there, who is also the main character of The Resident. I personally will say, don't come after me, I will personally say The Resident is better than Grey's Anatomy. Here's why. Because it isn't so much drama, and so I think that's why I stopped watching Grey's Anatomy. I only made it to like season 3 of Grey's Anatomy. I'm not gonna lie. I only made it to season 3 of Grey's Anatomy because it was so much drama happening, and I feel like the whole hospital was dating each other, and so I was like over it, and so I started watching The Resident instead. And even though people aren't really dating each other, people are just like finding other loves to like be in love with and get married and all that kind of stuff, but it's more focused on like the hospital and like the patients, and so I'm like, I like that kind of stuff. It gets me interested. Okay, so yeah, that is for my rant for this week. Okay, so I did a little something crazy. If you've been on Instagram and TikTok, you may have seen people making like Love Island stories with ChatGPT using their friends and stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't want to use my friends. I wanted to use just like popular celebrities. I didn't put them in. I just asked ChatGPT to go for it and pick random ones that would be known. I had it make the story around like to be like the first 4 to 5 episodes of Love Island USA. I haven't read it yet. I'm reading it with you right now, so every reaction you're gonna get from me right now is an honest reaction. Yeah, so if you have any thoughts and you wanna be part of this thing, feel free to be part of it and comment down below your thoughts. And if you want me to bring it back with more episodes, let me know. Okay, so here it goes. Oh my gosh, I'm actually kind of scared because I just let it go for it. Okay, this summer, the narrator. This summer, 12 of the world's most famous faces have ditched the red carpets for palm trees, pool parties, and pure chaos. Welcome to Love Island Celebrity Chaos. I like that. Okay. Ooh. Okay. On this Love Island, I decided to go with 12 contestants instead of 10. Okay. Stepping out of the Jeeps and into the villa under the blazing sun and judgmental sunglasses, we have Zendaya, the chill beauty, but you never know what she's thinking. Drake, already flirting with the cameras. Megan Thee Stallion, ready to shake the villa and every man's confidence. Timothée Chalamet, vulnerable artist vibes, hair flowing, eyes full of mystery. Kim Kardashian claims she's here for love, not followers. That is a lie. Not what I said. It's what ChatGPT said. Michael B. Jordan, shirtless by default. Oh, okay. Ice Spice, she's not a baddie you want. She's the one you need. Okay. Harry Styles, crochet tank top, probably bought a guitar. Sydney Sweeney says she's not here for the drama. Cue the drama. Jacob Elordi, tall, hot, slightly terrifying in a seductive way. Doja Cat, nobody knows if she's serious or trolling. Pedro Pascal, really? The surprise daddy of the group. Okay. Both literally and metaphorically. Okay. So day 1, we have coupling chaos. As everyone mingles poolside, tensions and tan lines start to form. Zendaya picks hairstyles. Do not tell Tom. Don't tell him. Don't tell Tom Holland. Okay, so Zendaya picks hairstyles, shocking Timothy, who was already talking about star signs and shared trauma. Huh? Okay. Drake picks Kim Kardashian. Naturally, he calls her his queen of content. Megan picks Pedro Pascal, saying she needs a man with a backbone. Huh? What? Doja Cat picks Jacob Elordi, but mainly for the aesthetic. Ice Spice goes for Michael B. Jordan. They bond over workout routines and chaotic energy. Sydney is left with Timothy, who she calls a soft boy she can fix. Everyone thinks it's chill, everyone is wrong. Okay. With this day 1, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I thought it'd be like the girls pick the guys or the guys pick the girls, but everyone just went for it. Okay. Day 2, the games begin. Kim flirts with Jacob. Okay, who's she with again? I'm so bad. Okay, Kim Kardashian right now is with Drake. But on day 2, Kim decides to flirt with Jacob during a steamy pool game. Doja's eyebrow twitches. Red flag. Girl, aren't you with Jacob Elordi? Oh, she is with him. That's why she's mad. Oh. Okay. Megan confronts Jake Send help, guys. I can't even read correctly. Megan confronts Drake after he accidentally called her Kim during a game of Never Have I Ever. He laughs it off. She doesn't. Why are you mad, girl? It ain't your man. You aren't the one partnered with him. He's partnered with Kim. Calm down, girl. Calm down. Zendaya and Harry sneak off to the daybeds. The whispering leads to a kiss. Cue dramatic music. Really? Timothy writes Sydney a poem. She falls asleep midway. That's embarrassing. That's super embarrassing. Okay, day 3, bombshells drop. Ooh, okay. So the Islanders are chilling when a text drops. Islanders, 2 new bombshells are arriving. Prepare for heads to turn. Entering, we have Rihanna in full vacation goddess mode, sipping something strong and sparkling. We have Chris Evans, the human embodiment of a good guy. Or is he? Everyone is rattled. Rihanna takes Michael B for a one-on-one. Ice Spice is visibly shaking. Not gonna lie, I really hope that Rihanna does get him. No hate on Ice Spice. I just want to see I just really think that Rihanna and Michael would be better together. Okay, Chris Evans goes on a date with Zendaya. Not bad. I like that. And they click. Harry spirals. I did not say Harry Styles. I said Harry spirals. Writes a song on the terrace. My guy. There's nothing better. Okay. Day 4 of her coupling shocker. Okay. Really? Okay. Rihanna, instead of coupling with Michael B. Jordan, which I hoped she would, she decides to couple up with Pedro Pascal, leaving Megan absolutely stunned. Which means she isn't she? Does that mean will be dumped from the island? That means she will be dumped from the island unless she gets someone back. Okay. Chris Evans couples up with Zendaya and Harry is left single. It's giving delusional, Doja whispers. Meanwhile, Kim and Drake break up. Really? After Drake tries to slide into Rihanna's DMs while still mic'd up. That is wild. My guy, do better. Ice Spice dumps Michael B, saying she needs more attention, less abs. Timothy is still there, reading Sylvia Plath in swim trunks. Plath? What? Okay, so we have 2 singles. We have Megan and we have Harry. Okay. And we have our last day. Day 5, tension peaks and one must go. Another surprise twist, public votes. Oh, we did a public voting and I didn't get a pick? Okay, the least compatible couple is Doja and Jacob. Personally, I agree. They get a chance to plead their case. Doja says, we're confusing and toxic. That's modern love. Jacob says nothing, just stares broodingly at the camera. The villa built to dump Doja Cat. That is wild. She leaves barefoot, waving to no one, but drops the bomb. Jacob kissed Kim last night. When? Sorry, that was so loud. Okay, so slow down, friends. Okay, but it's fine if you think about it. It's okay. They already broke up, so it's fine. Jacob kissed Kim last night. Enjoy the drama, babes. Okay, so Kim just sips her mimosa and says they'll edit it out. Girl, they did not edit it out. Okay, next time on Love Island, Rihanna kisses Drake in the hideaway. Didn't you just partner up with... Girl, who are you going for? Don't make my head hurt. Okay, so Rihanna is not doing good on the show right now. She's making me kind of mad. Currently, she's partnered up with Pedro Pascal because that's who she chose. And she also is... I'm so confused. What? Okay, but Drake hit on her by DMing her, but his mic was on. But then she also clicked in with Michael B. Jordan. Okay, girl. I get it. Work. You guys did the song together. But for real. Be for real. Okay. Zendaya finds out Chris Evans dated Sydney Sweeney in real life. That would make me kind of mad. Because then we got history. Ooh. Okay, and Harry brings out the guitar again. Someone take it away. Personally. Someone get that guitar taken away. I think what has me confused is the fact that Doja Cat got dropped. What happens to Harry and Meghan? Because if Doja Cat is dropped, who's Jacob with? Unless we do a recoupling. Oh my gosh, guys. This is too much. If you thought this was also too much and you don't want it back again, let me know. If you want me to bring it back, I'll bring it back. That is it for Love Island episodes 1 through 5. Yeah. And that is the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for listening. Today's episode was pretty confusing. This Love Island thing that we did today was kind of just everywhere. Honestly, reading it was really fun, but I don't know if it was fun for you guys. But if you want me to bring it back so you know what happens next, let me know and I will bring it back. And as a reminder, if you liked today's episode, do not hesitate to hit that follow or subscribe button so you know whenever a new episode comes out. And if you got anything next to say, if it's advice, I will take it all. So put it down below in the comments. And yeah, that is it for the episode. I will see you guys not next week, but the week after. Bye, everyone.